Somebody tell Dr. Ndlozi, this is what an intellectual sounds like. Somebody go and tell Kyalkhupela, Lijwetse Mudoki Shinglos, former ice boy, ya Julius Malema, former ice boy ya Ndate Mahlafuna. Yeah. Somebody go and tell that man, this is what a South African intellectual sounds like. A South African. Because in this matter that is happening in our country currently, are you a South African? At heart. I'm not talking about citizenship. I'm not talking about at heart. That's what you must ask yourself. Forget political affiliation, because this is not about political affiliation. This is what a true South African sounds like. Kuluma Pele, intellectual, South African intellectual.
Together at a point in time. So the point I'm making is, I fully recognize, understand, and believe that the coming together is very important. But it can't come together at a point in time. So the point I'm making is, I fully recognize, understand, and believe that the coming together is very important. But it can't be the coming together at any cost. And it can't be the coming together where one group of people asserts itself on other groups of people, disregards their cultures, customs, and ways of life, attempts to destroy their contemporary spaces in their communities, corrupts and pollutes the environments they live in, and then says, now that we've done it, because I look like you, you must accept it, and accept that I'm legitimized in doing it. That is not right. That does not work. So if we are going to come together, and I pray and hope that we do, some of us do, the work that I do is about helping the continent come together. Go and look at the logos of my companies. 154, it's the African continent. My growth fund, African continent. But I recognize that when we come together, it has to first be on the basis of respect. Basis of respect, of honor. That I respect who you are, where you come from, and the people who brought you where you are. And I honor the spaces that you occupy. And I will not pollute or corrupt the spaces that you occupy. Because these spaces, whilst I'm a visitor here, these spaces are sacred to you. For some of us, the spaces that are being desecrated are sacred spaces. These are spaces that our parents were forced to walk on one side of the pavement when other people walk on another side of a pavement during apartheid. These are spaces where our parents were walking into certain environments and shops and stores, and there was a sign that says Blanca Salien, and they couldn't. These are sacred spaces. You don't get to come into those spaces. Tell us that our history is irrelevant. Desecrate those spaces, and then tell us to accept. Came together at a point in time. So the point I'm making is,
and Vusi is a Pan-Africanist of sorts. Thembekwayo. This is what a South African intellectual sounds like. I don't pay to lower colo Ndlozi. It's a more trying to be relevant and politically correct here. Vusi is a true Pan-Africanist because Wabua, he travels all over, trying to connect the continent in a positive way. And then when he goes to those other African countries, and Wabua Leon growth from African continent, and when he goes to those African countries, he respects the culture, he respects their way of life and everything. Because he doesn't come from there. He's a South African first and foremost. But he understands that he's in Africa. And he must respect people that are in those African countries. Highland nonsense on Ndlozi. It's saying rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. I know rubbish about Kulu. Ka PhD. What's on disappointing you, Mpanakoval? I can swabile nkofita lemina, man. I wanted to say, Kiswabile nkofita mulumi, it's limina. My apologies. Kiswabile nkofita mlo. Ndlozi. Hi. You can't live like that, boy. Mr. Ndlozi. Mjomane. Hi. I go belly backbone, man. Hi. Your medulla oblongata doctrination programming. And by the way, when I say boy, I was not an example. Akibatle tabani ya Kedi Linto le malema. You can't live when I mention boy, agimunyinyi fat. Agimunyinyi fat. Because I think we are the same age group. Or Gintuan or whatever. But anyway, I get that. But my point is this. My point is this, and when I'm this is what a true South African intellectual sounds like. Vusi Thembekwayo. Because first and foremost, before you are anything anywhere else in the world, you are first a South African. How when you go out of this country, go to Zimbabwe, wherever, first and foremost, your identity is South Africa. Not black. South Africa. Your country. That's your identity first and foremost. Because you are in someone else's country. When you get out of the continent and go to Europe, then you are identified as an African. But at the end of the day, in Africa, Africa is big. Then they must say, which country? Ghana or Kenya or whatever. Ndlozi. Aye, Ndlozi. Right? You can't reason like that. But wakovale basmatam, baby, kidi clever. Kovale. Vale. Basmatam. Actually, Vale it's one of the epicenters of the struggle in this country. Much like Soweto and Bo East. Bo East Rendemo. Vale is one of the epicenters of the struggle. You can't be reasoning like that. You can't go. You can't.